Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, enjoying your weekend, and definitely getting ready for next week. So let's look at the website and then we're going to look at the setups for upcoming week. So if anyone looking for group membership or looking to join the Tech Trading Academy.com or looking to get a group membership for Slack, just simply go to techtradingacademy.com and check the membership levels. So membership levels are there, group membership and one-on-one training. So you're gonna have access to both once you're gonna have a group membership, either group or either one-on-one. So you're gonna have access to everything, all right? And for training and trade setup. So if you're looking for further information, just simply fill that form and send that form to me for further information. And I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. All right. So let's look at the website and let's look at the links. So website, just simply go to the techtradingacademy.com. All right. So let's look at the social sites links where you can follow me for ideas and updates. Just simply go to my TradingView profile or check the description box in the YouTube. All right. So you're gonna get all these links from there. So let's look at the trading view. All right, so you're gonna get all these links from there. So website, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Slack group. This is a paid membership group. All right, and then Telegram. So you can follow me there on these links. Now let's look at the setups for recently. Okay, and then we're gonna look at the setups for upcoming week. So hopefully you are watching these setups, the setups which I have posted on the trading view. All right, if haven't, then have a look on them. So Eurocad is setting up for a bigger flag. All right, so you're looking for that flag to break down. So hopefully you guys already remember that we are looking it to drop from that top. Okay, so it's going down and setting up for a next leg to go lower. So looking for a breakdown. Okay, next leg and that leg to go lower. All right, so dollar yen bounced off nicely from the lows, heading towards the 110. All right, so still a lot of potential to come on the dollar yen. Okay, we can see that dollar was gaining last week nicely because of the uncertainties. Okay, so correction, we got a breakup correction, yeah, and that correction is heading towards 110 nicely. Okay, so more to come on this chart. All right, and any corrections on lower time frame gonna give us a buy opportunity for more upside. So dollar chief broken down, all right, and broken down, did not continue for more downside and getting into a bigger correction. All right, so this bigger ABC move. Okay, so still gonna be a breakout setup over there. So the most important thing on the pound pair is the trade deal, all right, between the EU and UK. So if we're gonna have a positive outcome of that trade deal, then obviously pound gonna get stronger, all right. So if that trade deal is going to be failed, all right, before the December, and EU and UK are not going to extend the extension period, all right, beyond December, then we may see weaknesses on the pound, all right. We may see sharp sells on the pound, all right. So those trade talks are really important between the EU and UK. So we were having last week as well trading talks, all right, but we did not get any outcome of those trade talks. So we have seen weaknesses in the pound. We got a breakout, but we did not see continuation on pound pairs across the market. Then at the end of the week, there were some hope that those trade talks going to continue for a couple of more weeks. Yeah, next week also going to be crucial for the pound pairs. All right, and if we're going to get bad news again next week, then they're going to be a sharp sell. They're going to be sharp sell on the pound pairs. So next week also going to be important for the pound pairs. All right. So same analysis is going to be there. We get a breakout. We did not see continuation. Okay, correction is getting bigger. Same like the pound sheaf. Yeah, this, you know, did not break out. Okay, and went higher. So because of the risk of moves. All right, so we're going to look at them too. So we're going to stay bearish on this chart too, ahead of the trade talks. Okay, so this broke out, went lower. Another correction is just forming over there. So next leg lower. All right, so we're gonna look at the bigger time frame as well on the pound dollar. Okay, and euro yen, big fall is there. Okay, on this chart, it is setting up for a big fall. All right, pound yen, euro yen is setting up for a bigger, you know, wave to the downside, similar like that. Okay, this is a 2-week chart. We are already lower from 128. Okay, almost 500 pip move already happened over there. Okay, and there's still a lot to come on this chart. So hopefully you remember the old euro yen chart. If not, then we'll remind you later on. So euro dollar also dragging lower. Okay, so any correction next week you're gonna see over there going to create a sell opportunity. We are already selling this for short term on lower time frame. Okay, and yeah, we are anticipating a bigger correction over there next week, at least 4-hour time frame correction. And once we can have that, it will create a nice, you know, 4-hour time frame sell opportunity. So something like that 4-hour time frame correction we are anticipating. Okay, and then continuation to the downside. So we're gonna look at the euro dollar chart too. So doing really well. So euro pound. Okay, so don't forget the logic behind. All right, what is the logic? Good results from the EU UK trade talks, then pound gonna get stronger. All right, and we're gonna have aggressive sells on the euro pound. Okay, pound gonna get stronger, and this we're gonna fall very aggressively from you know, parity. Okay, so if we are not going to get a good result of those trade talks, okay, this can even go beyond 1. All right, so it can go even beyond 1. So we are currently close to 92. Okay, so we're gonna look at the lower time frame as well. So euro pound also dragging lower. Okay, so Kiwi was the best trade. Yeah, so we were tracking this last couple of weeks and looking for this to go down, and finally we get a very good move on the Kiwi dollar chart. Okay, so it is still going down, and that was a 15-minute trade as well last week. All right, this is also doing really well, still pushing lower. On bigger time frame, we still can see another leg higher. All right, we are currently not anticipating that, but that leg still can appear over there. All right, we are not anticipating that leg. That leg still can appear over there. We are anticipating something like that kind of correction over there. Okay, and then breakdown. That kind of correction and then breakdown. Okay, we have seen that correction previously as well, but we did not see continuation. All right, so we have seen that correction there. We did not see continuation to the downside. All right, and we're gonna watch that correction again over there, and the next leg to appear over there, dollar to get stronger. So if you're gonna have stronger buy, okay, from the trend line like there, all right, like that, then we're gonna go for another leg higher within that channel. All right, another leg higher, and from the top we're gonna sell it again the way we have done there and done there. Okay, so this is a nice pair. Okay, as long as price gonna stay within the channel, it's gonna create sell opportunity. All right, and these pound pairs still bearish. Okay, on a bigger time frame, they are still a sell opportunity. Okay, so this is still going down. All right, pound dollar also going down. Pound chief also gonna form a bigger 4-hour time frame correction. So you're gonna look at that chart too. Pound cat is very much similar like that. Pound chief, pound cat, both are same. Okay, this is going to be a longer term trade to the downside. Price slowly started to head lower. Okay, so trying to break down. So we're going to look at the lower time frame as well, bigger time frame analysis. Both charts are same. This is also dragging lower. All right, it's a longer term chart. Any correction over there on lower time frame going to create a sell opportunity. All right, for the downside. So Kiwi yen also same like the Uzi yen. Okay, so it's dragging lower too. So we're gonna look at the lower time frame as well. Okay, so there are some really good charts on the the all right, on the Kiwi yen. So you can get those charts from there on Telegram. Kiwi yen chart. So Kiwi yen is doing really well. All right, so if you're gonna look at this, so you can get these charts from there. Okay, so Kiwi yen, we were selling from the top and heading towards the low. All right, so still a lot of potential going to be over there on this chart for longer term. Okay, so Kiwi yen and dollar chief was also a good chart. Okay, so since holding this low, this 91 area, okay, so it's just heading higher. All right, it's heading higher, and that was a 1 hour time frame analysis. Okay, we got a break up there, and since then it's just heading higher. Okay, so we are having strength on dollar. All right, dollar is just gaining, so still going to be a lot of potential there on this chart. Okay, on a bigger time frame. So this is also heading lower. All right, so we need another correction over there. Okay, and that correction to keep dragging lower. Okay, hopefully you have seen the bigger weekly chart as well on the Aussie New Zealand dollar. Okay, so this correction, we had that correction broken, right? And we need another one there, okay, and that to keep dragging lower. So still this pair at the top, still this pair is sitting at the top, all right, and a lot of potential going to be over there on this chart. Okay, if I'm going to look at the 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 weekly chart on the Aussie New Zealand dollar. Okay, so the bearish wave just has just started. All right, so there you got. So the bearish. Let's look at the 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 bullish one first. Okay, so that's the bullish one. Tag the upper trend line of that channel and then drag to lower from that top. Okay, and then weekly also dragging lower. So a lot of potential going to be over there on this chart for the downside. All right, and a lot of potential still there. All right, so this is dragging lower and weekly chart. Okay, that's a weekly chart, and the up next correction needs there for more downside on this chart. Okay, so New Zealand dollar also started to drag lower, and Euro dollar also dragging lower. So S&P 500, okay, so S&P 500 is not breaking higher, not going higher. So we are trying to catch the lows on the S&P 500 every time when we are having lows over there on the S&P 500. But before the election, it is not going to form new highs. So those who are looking to buy the US equities, just keep in your mind that US equities are not going to form new high before the election. Okay, so big players are not going to jump into the market. Yeah, and the most important thing that market is looking for another fiscal stimulus package from the US government. All right, and once we're gonna have that, yeah, then we're gonna see another like higher on the S&P 500. All right, and we only got 5 to 6 weeks left behind for US elections. Okay, and it is very less likely that they're going to reach to an agreement. Okay, Democrats are asking for 2.4 trillion fiscal stimulus package, yeah, but Republicans are not agree on that amount. Okay, highly likely we're going to have that stimulus package after, once we're going to have election results. Okay, so who's coming into the power then, right? So until then, big players are not going to come into the market, yeah. So therefore we, very less likely that we're going to get new high on the equities, yeah. But that doesn't mean you cannot trade on the equities. You can trade on the equities for short to medium term, all right. And if it keeps pushing higher aggressively, then you can stay in. If not, then you can trade, you can take your profits. Okay, so like these moves, okay, like these moves, okay, or like that move. So we're going to look at the updated chart too. Okay, so it's creating a very nice buy the dip opportunity. Okay, but it's struggling to go higher. The reason I have just explained that. What is the reason? All right. Okay, so S&P 500, Eurocad also broken down and dragging lower. Okay, nicely. We need another correction over there. All right, correction needed over there and more downside. All right, and the dollar yen chart, we have just seen the bigger time frame. Okay, this also went higher. All right, but we have seen the updated one. Okay, so this is a longer term chart, euro dollar longer term chart. So this is where price gonna go for longer term. Currently people are talking about that dollar needs to go lower. Okay, it's a general view in the market that everyone is talking about that dollar, is in a cyclical change. All right, dollar is going to drop for a big time, and it makes sense. Okay, when you look at the interest rates are, almost equal everywhere between the major central banks. All right, and it's not making sense for the dollar to gain. All right, not have to interest rate edge. Okay, but we are having a lot of uncertainties into the market. All right, we have just hit the recession, and people are expecting that we're going to have recovery, and during recovery we see weaknesses on the dollar. All right, and we have seen weaknesses on the dollar, but dollar started to gain again. The reason, we are having election, and EU UK Brexit issue, another second wave is coming, US China still having a trade war. Okay, so a lot of problems are there in the world. Okay, which can drive the equities lower and safe havens higher. Okay, so the other most important issue is the overvaluation with the stock market. All right, they have extremely overvalued, specifically the us equities, and we are having negative inflation in the EU. So all this scenario is not good for the dollar to drop at the moment. Okay, specifically the euro to get stronger. So we are looking euro to drop for a big time. Okay, go beyond the previous low. Okay, go beyond the previous low. Either inflation to jump significantly. All right, if inflation is going to jump significantly, then we may see some hawkishness from the ECB. Okay, then euro can gain. All right, so if inflation is not picking up, yeah, then euro gonna stay under pressure. Okay, and we're gonna look for next leg lower on both. All right, on the DXY and on the the euro dollar as well. Okay, so dollar index also bounced off from the trend line. Okay, so dollar shift chart, you have seen that already, hopefully. Okay, it's just reversing from the lows, going higher. Okay, and Kiwi dollar also dragged lower, CAD yen also dragging lower. All these charts are doing really well. Okay, so now let's look at these setups for the next week. All right, so when I look at the dollar index, logic is just there. Okay, why we are looking for dollar to gain. All right, so next leg to appear over the bigger weekly time, bigger time frame chart you have just seen on a lower time frame analysis. We are just recovering from the lows, recovering from this previous low. Okay, for next week you're looking a bigger correction, at least on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, so or something like that. Okay, so last week we were not having a weekly market outlook, but we were having, we had before that. Okay, and we were looking for this correction to break out, if you remember. All right, we got a breakout, then bigger correction. Okay, and flat, and then we got a next leg. So we need another correction, okay, 4-hour time frame correction. Yeah, and that correction to continue to go higher as long as election stay bullish on the dollar for next 1 to 2 months. All right, even after the election. So any correction you see over there on the lower time frame for short term stay bullish. Okay, so there is a correction. Okay, we had there. All right, so we had, all these corrections. We were looking at to keep dragging higher, okay, on the dollar index. So we are having another correction over there, okay, which is just appearing over there. So you're looking, when market gonna open, you're looking that correction to complete and the short-term trade. All right, so short-term trade over there. So we are not expecting aggressive sell over there and sell on the dollar index. All right, but if it is going to happen, okay, we're gonna stay bullish on the dollar index. All right, so far bullish on the dollar index after having those 15 to 1 hour time frame corrections. Okay, so euro dollar is also same bigger time frame analysis you guys have just seen. All right, so we are coming down from the top very nicely. All right, we are coming down from the top very nicely on this chart. Okay, so from that top 120, and the next update is very much simple. Okay, so the correction which I'm showing over there, that correction going to be over there at some point on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, and once that going to be there, you're looking for that to break down. Okay, the way we were looking for that right shoulder to break down. Okay, so similar kind of correction over there to happen. Okay, and euro dollar to keep dragging lower. ECB is not happy with the higher exchange rate on the euro. Okay, and you're looking so far on a lower time frame, any pullback you see over there, you're looking that pullback to break down and continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, example I have just shown you previously on this short-term trade. Okay, that short-term trade, so another correction, okay, and that correction to keep dragging lower. Okay, once price gonna go for a 4-hour time frame correction, then that 4-hour time frame correction to break down and continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so I'll try my best to update that chart if I see that the 4-hour time frame correction is. So most of the charts already moved last week. All right, so now we are anticipating a bigger 4-hour time frame corrections. All right, so far on a lower time frame we are just going with the trend, okay, but expecting a 4-hour time frame correction, and that 4-hour time frame correction, once we can see there, that 4-hour time frame correction to break and reverse, the bigger time trend to reverse. All right, so this is also bounced off nicely from the lows. Okay, 4-hour time frame charts are there. Okay, we got a nice bounce off on this chart from the low on the dollar sheaf. Yeah, and it's going higher now. Trending trade. Okay, trending trade, you're looking on the dollar sheaf. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, it has a lot of room to go. Okay, so this correction to appear over there, and bigger time frame chart you have just seen. Okay, keep dragging higher. So in a lower time frame, similar kind of correction like the dollar yen, dollar euro dollar, or DXY. All right, so short term stay bullish. Okay, these corrections you see there, once price gonna complete that, all right, there. Okay, this correction to form, and this short term trade form another one and keep pushing higher. Okay, so you're looking corrections to keep dragging higher. So Australian dollar also dragged lower. All right, so if I'm going to look at the bigger weekly time frame chart, so we are anticipating this to go at least up to 165 again. Not that much low. All right, not that much low, but double dip recession can drag that low. All right, that low. So we are anticipating it to go up to 65. All right, so go up to 65. So as said on the other dollar pairs, okay, so any correction you see there, you're looking at to keep dragging lower, trending trade with the previous trend. Okay, if I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame, that correction to form over there, similar like the previous one. All right, and it to keep dragging lower. Okay, 4-hour time frame correction is just due. So on lower time frame, any correction, any pullback you see over there, you're looking to continue to go lower. Okay, so we were looking for this flag to break out. We got a breakout, and next leg is appearing over there. Okay, so this one to form another one. Okay, price is already going into the flag formations. Okay, so that to form or price to tag that top, okay, and turn into a simple flat formation and keep dragging lower. Okay, so trend to stay there and price to keep dragging lower. So Australian dollar, US dollar to keep dragging lower up to 65 or 64 areas. Okay, so very much same analysis on this chart too. Okay, so correction to form over there and this to keep dragging lower. If I'm gonna look at the weekly chart, we get a very nice sell-off on this chart from the top from 68 areas. Okay, so we are not anticipating this to go that much low, but possibility exists over there. If the recession is going to be a depression, all right, then we may see more downside on this. So just go up to this low, previous low, right? It's up to 62. Okay, so the chart you have already seen what we were expecting it to do from the top, all right? So yeah, that chart you have just seen. So any correction, yeah, so correction is already there. We are already short on it from lower time frame. Okay, so 4-hour time frame correction is due. Yeah, example I have just shown you previously there, and this to keep dragging lower. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, all right, so lower time frame correction was there, ABC move was there, and we were looking at it to break out. We got a breakout, and yeah, this correction broke out. Okay, so keep dragging lower, okay, and form another one and keep dragging lower. Okay, so the previous one was there. I have shown you that chart, right? And the next one was this. So we got a breakout there too, and the next one is also going down. All right, so break that low, complete that move, impulsive move, and then go for a correction and keep dragging lower. Okay, if it goes for a flat formation like that, all right, so stay short and bearish. All right, so like the Australian dollar, US dollar. So 4-hour time frame correction is also needed over there on a bigger time frame for more downside. Okay, so for any correction you see on lower time frame, look for that to keep dragging lower. All right, so pound dollar chart is also very much same like that. Okay, if I'm going to look at the bigger time frame, we are looking pound to drag much lower. Okay, go up to the previous low. Right, so we are having Brexit issue. If we are going to see this, disorderly Brexit, then we may see more downside on the pound. All right, so until December, we're going to stay bearish on the pound. Okay, and this to go lower up to that low again. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the daily time frame, all right, so correction is already happening over there. Now that correction to complete there, okay, there, and that to break down and go up to this low. If I'm going to go to lower time frame, all right, so the previous correction was there. All right, so we already got the breakout. It will go to parity then if we are not going to see a deal between the EU and UK. Okay, that's an uncertain, thing. Okay, we don't know what is going to be the outcome. No one knows. All right, they are talking, and we may see breakthrough. All right, so if breakthrough, then obviously they're going to be strength on the pound. Okay, we're going to see strength on the pound, maybe longer term reversal on the pound. Okay, but if we are not going to see breakthrough, all right, then we may see sharp sell, another crash on the pound pairs, like we have seen in March. All right, in March and April, like that. Okay, so we are currently preparing for that. Okay, no deal. Okay, that can drive that much lower. Okay, so you're looking another correction over there, and that correction to break down. Okay, the correction which I'm just showing over there, that flat formation to break down, and pound dollar to keep dragging lower. If I'm gonna look at this old chart, okay, so breakout happened, another correction is just forming over there. Okay, now that correction to break down and pound dollar to keep dragging lower. We were already short on it on a lower time frame at this area. All right, so we already got that short-term trade back to that low, all right, on Friday, but we did not got the breakout. So this flat formation to break down, okay, break down, and the pound to keep dragging lower. So those who are watching, watching us on trading view, I'm using, a marker on my screen, so you guys are not going to see that marks. So maybe you are wondering that why you don't see, marks on my chart. So actually I'm marking on my charts. Those who are watching on the YouTube or watching on the Zoom or watching on the the Facebook, they can see, those marks, right? So the pen which I'm using on my screen. So pound dollar is also dragging lower, and dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD, if we're gonna look at the 2-day charts, okay, so we are hitting the trend line, okay, and after hitting the trend line, we got a bounce off. All right, so if I'm gonna look at this daily, weekly chart, so we are price is bouncing off from that trend line, okay, so we still may see another leg higher back to that top. All right, double dip recession can drive the prices higher again, although chances are very much low, right? But those, that possibility exists over there, okay, that trend line. All right, so that trend line, okay, so price is just hitting that trend line. So we are still in the trending market on the dollar CAD, and what you're looking trending trades on it. All right, okay, so we finally got the breakout. Okay, if you remember that, I was saying to you, wait for that breakout to come. You're gonna see that on a weekly time frame chart. All right, so that was the example which I have used over there, if you remember. Okay, there you got the aggressive move over there. We got a break up. So if we're gonna look at the lower time frame, very much same analysis like the other pairs. Okay, we need another 4-hour time frame correction on this chart too, and this to keep dragging higher. Okay, so I'll go up to 37 or 37 or 38. Okay, that's gonna be the target. 37 or 38. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, very much same analysis like other pairs. Okay, so another 4-hour time frame correction. Okay, a 4-hour time frame correction to appear over there, and this to break out. Okay, and go higher up to 37 or 38. All right. So if price, if we are going to see another crash like that. All right, if another crash is going to hit, then it can go up to 47. Yeah, we are currently not anticipating that crash, but we are living in a very uncertain time, guys. Anything can happen. Okay, so on lower time frame, any pullback you see over there, okay, so short term this trade, okay, for another leg higher, back to target, back to that top, or next leg over there, okay, next leg, short term bullish, stay bullish on the dollar CAD. All right, so now let's look at the dollar yen, and then we're gonna go and down. All right, so the charts you see on top of my list, all right, so they are the important charts. All right, so many of them are already moving. So dollar yen, this chart you guys have seen. Okay, so what has happened over there last time when we had the election in the US? Okay, we have seen that move. Okay, in 2016 when Donald Trump won the election. Okay, we have seen that move, very strong aggressive move. So we are currently anticipating similar kind of strength on the dollar yen. Okay, but before the election is going to be in November, I think on 3rd of November. All right, and after that we're going to have certainty into the market, and that certainty can drive the dollar higher very aggressively. So we are looking that kind of move. But before that, we are not going to see directional market. Okay, price directional market means that we are not going to see new highs on the equities, and yen gonna stay strong, right, and the other yen pair is gonna stay strong, and dollar can stay strong but sideways, not trending up to 112 or not going to run up to 110 before the election, right? We need something, concrete for the dollar to move up to that much far away. So this is the bigger time frame analysis, all right? Hopefully you see that. And if I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, so any pullback you see over there, yeah, what I said before, if you guys are, aware about that, what I said before, I said if you see that the dollar yen is coming close to these areas, okay, from 104 to 105 within these areas, okay, so there's going to be a buy opportunity. There's going to be a buy opportunity on the dollar yen. All right, so I even have posted that chart on the trading view, guys. So you have just seen that chart, all right? So there was a buy opportunity on the dollar yen. Okay, we got a nice bounce off, nice price action over there. That was the time to go for long on the dollar yen. So we were long on the dollar yen last week. Hopefully those who have seen that chart, they are long too. So for next week, any correction, okay, correction is already there, happening over there on a 15-minute time frame. Okay, we were looking all these corrections to go higher. All right, so this correction is underway. Once market gonna open, you're looking that to go that way. All right, go up to this previous top for next week, dollar yen to keep pushing higher. So if dollar yen is not going to go higher for that next leg, okay, and going to visit these lows again, all right, sell opportunity going to be over there, but buy opportunity going to be over there. Okay, so short-term traders, they still can trade for sell to the downside for 60 to 80, 90 pip move for the downside. Okay, but the bigger move going to be for upside. Okay, so every time when you see that the dollar yen is coming back to the lows, all right, so they're going to be a buy opportunity. Okay, so lower time frame, 15-minute correction to form and price to break the 107 area and keep dragging higher. Okay, so euro pound, as I have explained, those who are seller on the euro pound, make sure you understand that there is a risk, okay, which can drag this pair much higher. So make sure you manage your positions, all right? So if I'm going to look at the 8-hour time frame chart or a daily time frame chart, okay, so this is the formation we are looking. Yes, that's what Donald Trump has said. Okay, so it's going to take place on 3rd of November, and Trump said that he's not going to transfer the power so easily. All right, so maybe they're going to end up in Supreme Court. All right, that's the reason. People are talking about this Supreme Court judge. All right, the newly appointed judge. Yeah, Donald Trump has appointed 3 Supreme Court judge. All right, so which may give I mean, Donald Trump is expecting some edge from those judges, all right? But it's going to be, I mean, if this is going to happen, this is also going to create another uncertainty in the markets, all right? So we may see more on side on the equities. Yeah, obviously this is going to create uncertainty if Donald Trump is not going to transfer the power smoothly, all right? And obviously they're going to be pressure on the risk assets, and Hammond's going to get higher. Okay, so we are looking that bigger ABC move to break lower and continue to go lower on a lower time frame. Okay, another leg higher within that ABC move, and you look in this too. Just manage your position really well. Okay, we are also selling it. Yeah, but the move which we are anticipating is not appearing over there. Okay, so another leg higher, this ABC move, and that to drop lower. Okay, maybe we're not gonna get that another leg higher. Okay, and the corrections which we are having over there, all right, those corrections gonna keep dragging lower. So follow the lower time frame corrections as well. All right, so these corrections, so broken, okay, but turning into a flat formation. Yeah, go higher for another time and keep dragging lower. So short-term trades are also there on the euro pound from these from 92 areas. Okay, so that's the euro pound chart. Okay, looking it to keep dragging lower. So Eurocad, as I said, is a good opportunity too, but this is also related to the the uncertainties. Okay, we are looking, you know, euro to go lower and this to break down. Okay, it's turning into a bigger, you know, daily correction. We are tracking it from the top. Let me go to the old chart. All right, let's go to the old chart and let me show you the. All right, so this is the old chart. Okay, so it's dropping from 160 after hitting the 160, and we were anticipating correction over there. All right, and that correction to keep dragging lower. Now we are having that bigger daily correction. Okay, but we are still looking it to go into the bearish side. All right, so even there are short-term trades as well from 160 80, from 160 70 to 80 areas. Okay, so these short-term trades, every time when you see that the prices come in there, short-term trades. All right, and keep selling it from those tops. Okay, and this is the move you are looking on the Eurocad. Make sure when price slightly goes higher, then let it finish the move. All right, and then get into the trade. Okay, so that daily correction to break and Eurocad to keep dragging lower. Okay, so S&P 500, as I said, you know, uncertainty is there. Okay, if that uncertainty is going to get worse, election and many other things are there too. All right, then we may see more downside, up to 20-25% drop, up to 29. Okay, it can go up to 29, 20, 28 areas. S&P 500 can tag those areas, but again, there are going to be a buy opportunity. Reason, we are having zero interest rate policy in the US and around the world. Eventually that going to give strength to the you know, longer term bullish. So we are having a healthy correction over there, deeper correction over there. Okay, how are you going to trade? Let me look at this. Okay, so you look in this to break up. All right, this bigger correction to break up and this move. Okay, another leg higher. As I said, we are not going to see possible. All right, but I'm not, you know, 100% confident that we're going to see 36 again before the election. But after the election, obviously, there are going to be more upside on the equities. Okay, so we have seen, you know, strength, tremendous strength after the US election. Okay, there we got. All right, we got the bigger correction there. All right, before the election, and once election finished, we have seen, you know, aggressive, you know, move over there on the S&P 500. So it's creating another opportunity like that. All right, so if you are buying it based on hope that the price going to go higher, all right, it is less likely. Okay, so how are you going to trade? All right, but this analysis is going to stay there. All right, that's the analysis which is going to stay there. So how are you going to trade? All right, so every time when you see that the price is forming new lows, all right, so you're looking into, we are, by the way, not bullish on the US equities. Okay, we remain bullish. All right, and we love to go long every time you see that there are lows. Okay, so every time and you see that the price is forming lows there. Okay, so it's going to create opportunity. All right, so it's going to create opportunity. So we were looking for buy over there, double bottom. All right, let me give you an idea. All right, so there you got the chart. So trade that way. Okay, wait for the price to form the double bottom. All right, so we were waiting for the double bottom to happen. We got the double bottom over there. All right, now price is going for that move. Okay, now this short-term trade is already, you know, hitting the target. All right, and currently looking for it to break out and go to tag the top. All right, so if we're not going to get another leg higher, okay, so this breakout and price is going to form new low within that wedge. Okay, so we're going to look for it to go higher. Okay, so trade that these moves. All right, so this, you see that, you know, risk reward ratio is over there. Okay, so trade that move, these moves. Okay, so these short-term moves from lows. Every time when you see that the price is coming at the lows bottom, you can trade on those moves for upside. All right, so that's how you're going to trade on the US equities. So Nasdaq 100 index is also same analysis. Okay, we are forming the similar pattern, setting up for the breakup. Okay, and it is waiting for the election uncertainty to be over, and once we're going to have that, we're going to have another leg higher over there. So on lower time frame, same analysis like that, the way I have just explained the S&P 500, the chart which I have just shown you. Okay, so trade that way. Yeah, so trade that way. Wait for them to form new lows. Okay, so we still can see another leg higher. We are, forming that flat formation. Okay, if you are trading to the downside, okay, so it's setting up for another leg higher, a leg lower, sorry. Okay, another leg lower. Okay, another leg lower or triple bottom again at this area. All right, so this is our structure right now. All right, that's our structure. All right, so that's how you are looking to trade on the Nasdaq 100 index and S&P 500. Okay, we got the double bottom at the moment. So silver, we turned bearish on the silver and looking silver to go back to the 14. All right, so silver gonna go lower because of the liquidity problems. All right, so currently there are liquidity issues that's driving the dollar higher and the safe haven, gold lower and silver lower. Okay, so go all the way back to these lows again. All right, so we are anticipating similar kind of corrections which I have just asked you to look for another dollar pairs. All right, that correction to form and keep dragging lower. Okay, it's not ready, but during the week we may see correction over there. Okay, so far short-term bullish move. Okay, this correction to break out and get into a bigger 4-hour time frame correction. All right, up to the trend line. Okay, and then break down. All right, so gold also going to be same. All right, so gold also going to be same, but we are not bullish on gold the way I have just shown you on the silver. Okay, so longer term chart is also same, hasn't changed. All right, so we may see that bigger expanding triangle. Okay, another leg lower up to 1000, but for that Fed needs to be hawkish. All right, then we're gonna see bigger wave to the downside on the gold. Okay, so gold to correct. So far you are watching this previous low, all right, this previous bottom. All right, if it is going to, I will look at the lower time frame. Okay, this trade, yeah, on a lower time frame price action, I will look at the lower time frame. Okay, if turn into a 4-hour correction, then drag lower, go up to 1750 and then go higher. Okay, I'm gonna look at the lower time frame. Yeah, so you are having same kind of correction, the correction which I have just shown you on the silver. All right, so this correction to break out and gold to keep pushing higher. Okay, so you're looking gold to hold these lows and short to medium term bullish on gold up to 1900 and 1950, these areas. Okay, that's the gold chart. All right, that's the gold chart. And Aussie New Zealand dollar chart. Okay, weekly chart you guys have just seen. I'm gonna straight away look at the let me look at the weekly chart to you guys. Okay, that's the weekly chart, and straight away to the 4-hour time frame chart. Okay, another correction, and that correction to keep dragging lower. All right, so another correction to form over there and break down. Okay, if correction is not forming and it is dragging higher, then price to turn into an expanding triangle formation and bearish. All right, so natural gas, we got a bounce off on the natural gas. All right, and because of the lot of inventory, it went lower again. All right, so it's creating opportunity again for buy. All right, so those who are buying the natural gas, hopefully you understand the margin requirement over there. All right, so margin requirements are very much high on the natural gas. Okay, so correct over there and break out and continue to go higher, go up to $3. All right, if not breaking, go drag lower, test that low or new low and buy opportunity. Okay, we would love to see this leg lower for this buy. Okay, because this leg lower going to create a nice buy opportunity on the natural gas. Okay, Eurocad drag lower, same analysis like the Australian dollar, US dollar. Any correction you see over there on a lower time frame, 15 to 30-minute time frame, it to drag lower. Okay, but and wait for a bigger 4-hour time frame correction. Okay, that green bars. Okay, on a lower time frame, we got the correction, and that correction broken, and it's turning into another one, seem like the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, so you're waiting for that to complete. All right, and drag lower. Okay, and trending move. Okay, if it goes higher, test that top, still trending trade. Okay, this next leg lower. All right, so correction is already forming over there, so that to complete, and Australian dollar and CAD to keep dragging lower. Okay, so US oil breakdown. All right, breakdown, tag the previous low and then go higher. Okay, that breakdown can drag oil more lower. Okay, it can drag oil up to 25 again. All right, so currently it is being traded at 40. We may see oil at between 25 to 30 before going to continue to go higher. So those who are buying the oil at these levels, trade with care. Okay, we still may see some weaknesses on the oil before oil gonna start to continue to go higher. So you're looking at another leg lower. All right, for next week, this leg lower. All right, this leg lower price to tag that low, or go more deeper and then continue to go higher. So if I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame analysis, okay, so you look in that correction when market gonna open, you look in this correction to break down. We had the news over the weekend, and Russian oil minister said that oil demand dropped with 10%. Okay, and we may see some weaknesses on the oil of this news. Okay, so you look in that flag to break out and continue to keep pushing lower. So same analysis on the Brent. All right, so you look in that flag. Okay, this flag which is just there, that flag to break out. Short-term target is this. Okay, if the move is going to be pretty sharp like that, so you can extend your target up to 30. All right, 30 or 25 areas. If I'm going to look at the 8-hour time frame analysis, is seem like the WTI. Okay, so this is the trade you're looking for next week, right? Or go a bit more deeper up to 30, or within these areas. All right, so that's the oil chart. Kiwi yen, you have seen the bigger time frame analysis. All right, bigger time frame analysis, we got to break up. All right, break lower. All right, so break down, we got to break down, and that's the analysis. All right, so on a daily time frames, if I'm going to break down that to 8-hour time frame, okay, so you're watching it to break that low aggressively. All right, break down, correct, and keep dragging lower. If not breaking, all right, and we are going to see bounce off from these lows. All right, bounce off is going to happen, correcting, then another leg higher, and again drop. On lower time frame, you're looking for short term, one more drop. All right, that one more drop. So you want to see, you have already seen, by the way, these charts. Okay, so I have already shown those charts, and this chart, sell. So the most important thing in the market is that once you get into the trade, give time to your trades to prove that they're going to go into your way. All right, so patience is the key. So if I'm gonna look at this chart, all right, so we were looking for sell at this area. Okay, we got that move, and then it went into a bigger correction over there, sideways market. Okay, then we were anticipating that formation to complete. Okay, and then we are having that lag now. All right, this move, all right, and this move to complete, you know, keep dragging lower on a bigger time frame. Okay, keep dragging lower. Yeah, so this chart, this ABC move. So this move is happening. So we are still looking that to drag lower up to that low 68.20 or break down 68 area and keep pushing lower for longer term to the downside. All right, so uncertainty to get more worse and this to keep dragging lower. Okay, the way I have explained, now watch it at the 68 areas. So Aussie yen also went lower, right there. We were anticipating this bigger, you know, corrective flag to break down. It slightly went higher, all right, and went up to 78 and then, you know, started to drag lower. All right, so wedge is breaking now. So bigger time frame analysis you also have seen, all right, on a weekly time frame. Yeah, so it's breaking down, all right, and dragging lower. So as I said, any correction over there going to create a nice sell opportunity, okay, or retest of that top. So top is there around 78. Price is running around 74. Almost 400 pips difference is there. All right. So that's telling that there is volatility in the market. All right. So when you are you know, getting into the market, make sure you understand that market is volatile and risk accordingly. Don't over risk on small pips. Okay, so this bigger 4-hour time frame correction to appear over there, and there is the example. Let me check. All right, so let me check the old chart. Okay, if I'm gonna get that, highly likely, then let me check if I do have old chart there. Maybe or maybe not. Okay, that's the previous one. All right. No, I don't. All right. So I do have that chart somewhere, but I don't know where that chart is now. Okay, before this crash. All right. So we had that flag. All right, and that flag broken from the top. We were looking it to drop from that top, and that's the correction which appeared over there, and then we have seen that crash. So we are anticipating similar kind of move over there on the Australian dollar at the current price. Okay, so give us a bigger correction like that, and then go down. Okay, so if I'm gonna copy paste that stuff there, okay, so this is what you are looking. Another bigger correction to form over there, and yeah, this pattern formation will always going to be there on this pair. Okay, if we are not going to see that, and it is going to form new high. Okay, so we're still gonna look for this formation there. All right, that formation there. So you're looking that. All right, so on lower time frame, you're looking any pullbacks as shown on the other charts. All right, any pullbacks, and those pullbacks to keep dragging lower short-term continuation trade. Okay, so we were looking that trade, we already having that leg lower. Okay, and now this to form and keep dragging lower. Okay, or flat formation and short-term continuation to the downside on the yen. Okay, what I said before, hopefully you do remember. Yeah, let me give you this tip again. Every time when you see that indices are forming new high, all right, indices are at the top or forming new high, start looking for yen to get stronger. All right, start countering that, start yen to get stronger. Okay, so we got that move too. All right, so for next week, correction is just appearing over there, 1 hour time frame correction, that correction to break down and keep dragging lower. If I'm gonna go to the 1 hour time frame chart, correction is happening over there. It can slightly get bigger. All right, so if it is getting bigger, all right, this 1 hour time frame corrections. Okay, if it is going to get bigger, you're looking it to break down. All right, and the cat yen to keep pushing lower. All right, so cat yen to stay trending to the downside. So if we're not gonna see that move, okay, then there's gonna be another leg higher like that. Okay, and then again we're gonna stay bearish from the top. Gold, I have explained. Dollar index, you have just seen euro, dollar, chief, Uzi, Kiwi, pound, dollar, CAD, euro, yen. All right, let's go to the euro yen 2-day chart. Okay, so this is also dragging lower, going down nicely. All right, so any pullback you see over there, there's going to be a sell opportunity. Okay, so this is the wave which we are looking on the euro yen. As long as inflation is going to stay negative, there's going to be a lot of potential on this chart for more downside. Okay, so this correction we are anticipating, correction is already there, by the way. Okay, so you're looking that correction to break down next week. All right, so this flat formation is there right now. All right, so bigger time frame analysis, lot to come. All right, monthly chart all the way back to that low, this low up to 96. A lot of potential going to be over there. All right, so correction is already there. You're looking that to break down. All right, and euro yen to go all the way up to this previous low 114 first. So short-term trades also going to be over there on the euro yen. Okay, so within the sideways market, these short-term trades. All right, so you're looking at it to slightly go higher, hold these tops, and then break down. All right, so flat formation is not there. Yeah, that was just a flag. All right, and another flag, or you can say that symmetrical triangle or contracting triangle. Okay, so this to break down, lot of potential to come over there. Okay, so this chart is also same. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the 2-day chart, not 2-day, on I think 4-hour time frame. Yes, there you got. So we are having drop on this chart too. Okay, another correction to form, seem like the like the euro yen. All right, and then drag lower, keep dragging lower. All right, so that's the bigger time frame analysis, lower time frame analysis. And if I'm going to look at the bigger time frame analysis, all right, so you're looking at to go all the way back to these lows, right? Chief yen. So let's look at the lower time frame now. Okay, so correction is needed over there, like the euro yen. Okay, and then to break down. Any correction you see on lower time frame, you're looking those corrections to keep breaking down, and euro yen to keep pushing lower. All right, so this to slightly get bigger. Aussie chief also same. Bigger time frame analysis is very much same like the Aussie yen. Okay, correct over there and drag lower. So we got the old chart, same like the Aussie yen, slightly went higher then drag lower. Okay, this is the chart you are looking. Okay, so we got that move. Now correct over there and drag lower, or go back up another leg higher and then drag lower. All right, so it's going down from that top. So on a lower time frame, same like the euro yen, Aussie yen chart. Okay, so correction and keep dragging lower. This chart also same like other safe havens. All right, so go down all the way and correct over there and keep dragging lower. Correction is there. Yeah, that correction can slightly get bigger. So if I'm going to look at the bigger time, 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this too slightly get bigger and then break down. All right, so we were already looking this to drag lower. Let me check. Yeah, I think this is the shot. Yeah, so it went lower and then went lower and then went into a bigger correction over there. All right, so that correction to complete, and Uzi and Kiwi Chief to keep dragging lower. Okay, so pound yen, same like the pound dollar chart. All right, so a lot of potential gonna be over there on this chart. Okay, so keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. So if I'm gonna look at this scale, all right, so correction is just happening over there. Okay, same like the pound dollar chart. Okay, now that to break down and this to keep dragging lower. Okay, so this correction to break down and keep dragging lower. Okay, if I'm gonna go to the previous chart, let me check what time frame I have that chart on. Might be on a 1 hour time frame. Yes. Okay, if I'm gonna click on this chart, nice correction was there, and another nice correction is just appearing over there, getting bigger. Okay, it's on a 4 hour time frame, not on a 1 hour time frame. Get that to break down again. Keep eyes on the news. What news saying, all right, on that Brexit issue. So pound yen to keep dragging lower. Okay, all the way back to these lows, or at least go up to 30 129. Okay, 129 still going to be a decent move. So pound yen, pound Uzi, go slightly higher, test the previous top, form that expanding triangle, and drag lower. Okay, so let's look at the bigger time frame analysis first. So we are having a longer term bearish trend on this chart. All right, we have seen a bigger correction, then went lower, another bigger correction, and again disorderly Brexit. Okay, so if we are going to see disorderly Brexit, this is going to visit these lows. All right, maybe this low, and it has the potential to go that much far away. Before that, we were looking it to go higher. All right, so it's going to depend on the news, how news is going to hit the market, what kind of outcome we are going to see. EU, you know, is looks like EU is not going to give any room to the UK. They are coming very harsh on the UK, and UK is also trying their level best to get something from the EU. All right, so if they are going to fail for the future relations, then pound can visit these lows again. All right, so a lot of potential going to be over there. So time is not there, just November, October, 3 months left. October, November, and December. December is the just 2 months left. All right, because you don't have a full December month, and 2 months left. All right, and pound can stay under pressure. So when you see that the pullbacks on the pound pairs, look it to get weaker. All right, the only pair you are looking to buy on the pound going to be the euro pound. All right, on positive outcome. All right, because that pair has a lot of potential for the downside, euro pound. But that currency euro gonna go lower against the pound if we are going to see positive outcome of this EU UK trade deal. Then that pair gonna go, lot of down, lot of opportunities, a lot of sells. I mean, a lot of people going to be over there for the downside on euro pound. Okay, so this expanding triangle and then keep dragging lower. Go slightly more higher, short term buy going to be over there, test the previous top, struggle there, and then go down. Okay, if I see there are changes on this chart, I'll try my best to change. Yeah, and, there there are a lot of hurdles for the UK. All right, so the main threat to the EU is that if they're gonna give, if they are not going to be harsh on the UK, then EU may break up. All right, that's the reason what they are. I mean, that's the reason EU is trying to be hard on the UK. All right, so if UK is going to get access to the single market without any problem, then what's going to be the point for the other countries to stay in the EU? All right, they can ask for the EU to behave similar way, the way they're gonna ask ask to the UK. All right, so we may see break up. EU can break up. All right, so UK is not going to get this deals easily. All right, so they're gonna be pressure on the pound pairs. All right, so longer term, another leg lower. All right, back to that bottom or new low on the pound New Zealand dollar. Okay, so longer term downtrend ABC move, keep dragging lower, another bigger ABC move, keep dragging lower. Okay, the bigger ABC move or flag, zigzag, whatever you want to call that, and still dragging lower. Right, and on a lower time frame, this is not a best opportunity at the moment. All right, but if you see that it's pushing higher, okay, another leg pushing higher, so you look in this to break down. Okay, this that the way it has done there. Okay, break down and continue to keep pushing lower. Not a best opportunity at the moment. All right, not a great opportunity at the moment, so we are looking at to keep dragging lower. Pound CAD turning into I mean forming a symmetrical triangle. All right, so looking another leg lower on this chart to pound CAD to go lower, at least go up to this low. All right, that low or all the way back to that low. Longer term bearish trend. All right, keep dragging lower, going into a symmetrical triangle, and that to break down. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, chart was there, we were anticipating that to break down. We got a breakdown. All right, and but the reason is that we got some good news, but yeah, because of that we did not see continuation to the downside. Okay, so drag slightly higher or up to this top, our new high, and this ABC move to break down. Okay, breakdown and keep pushing lower for more downside. So pound chief is also same. All right, so this ABC move to break down aggressively. Okay, either go for short on this chart or go for short on the euro pound short always gonna have a risk of crash. Okay, but going for short on these charts not gonna have risk, crash risk. All right, because this pair is crashing since we had the Brexit election. All right, even before that. Okay, crash, and we just recently witnessed that crash on this chart. So this ABC move to break down and the pound chief to keep dragging lower. Okay, go up to this previous low. All right, breakout on this chart obviously going to push euro pound higher. All right, so Kiwi CAD weekly chart, keep dragging lower. Okay, that next leg lower, and on a 4-hour time frame chart, we already got the breakdown from the top. All right, now this to go into a correction and then breakdown. The correction is already there, so go slightly a bigger correction and then breakdown. So Kiwi CAD chief, not a best opportunity, but CAD chief to go higher for another leg and then drag lower. All right, go higher and then drag lower. Not a best opportunity. Buying CAD against the chief is not a best opportunity, but short-term traders, those who are trading for short-term, you can trade either buy on this chart or go for sell on the Eurocad. Okay, so Eurocad is a much better opportunity to go for a short rather than for this buy. Okay, but both gonna move opposite to each other. All right, so pound chief, euro chief to drag lower for another leg. Okay, so Swiss National Bank is trying their level best to push this pair higher, but it's still struggling. So another leg lower, and then reverse. So you can even trade for short term on this chart from these areas. Okay, there we are having intervention from the Swiss National Bank. All right, so they are trying to hold this rate. Okay, so buy these short-term trades, these short-term buys, and when you're gonna go for buy, make sure you manage your position because it can break down. So euro New Zealand dollar, slightly a different view than the rest of the market. Okay, looking for it to go lower. All right, so weaknesses on the euro. Okay, and let me show you in two different ways this chart. All right, so let me show you this chart in two different ways. Okay, currently we are looking this leg to break up. Okay, break up. All right, this break up. All right, so look in that breakout. Okay, breakout and go for another leg higher. This breakout. All right, sharp breakup. If you see that sharp breakup is coming, you can get into the trade and put your stop behind that, and you can look for this one more up move. All right. So if you don't see breakup there, aggressive move. All right. When I say aggressive, means aggressive. All right. If you don't see breakup, okay, and this flag is breaking down aggressively, this small flag which is just appearing over there. Okay, if this flag is breaking aggressively, yeah, then you can get into the trade there and look for it to keep dragging lower. Okay, so slightly a tricky trade. All right, breakout both direction. Okay, wherever breakout is going to come, just trade into that direction. All right, so all right, so sharp move to happen over there like that, and price to keep pushing higher. Just manage, move on break even and manage the trade. Let that to continue to go higher. All right, so sharp breakdown like that there. All right, there, and keep pushing lower. So they're gonna be a good news which gonna drive this lower. All right, currently we are not expecting good news. We are expecting bad news. I need to keep pushing higher, keep breaking higher rather than going lower. Okay, if good news are going to come, then they're going to be a breakdown, and this is going to drop for more downside. All right. So same on this chart. All right. So look for price section at that top and go down back to the low, means that strength on the Australian dollar. All right. So on the rest of the market, I have shown you look for weaknesses on the Australian dollar. All right. So but there you're looking stronger sell there. All right, so stronger sell, correct, and keep dragging lower. So if stronger sell is not coming to get into the market, all right, then it can keep pushing higher like the Euro New Zealand dollar chart. All right, so if I'm gonna draw a trend line over there, similar analysis is gonna be over there. Okay, then it can keep pushing higher, breakout. All right, and then this can continue. Okay, if we're gonna look at the previous chart, all right, there you see, all right, crash. Double recession can drive that much higher. So euro, Australian dollar, and dollar peso. This is the dollar peso chart. Finally we got some strength on this chart. Okay, from this low I was asking to look for buy from that low. It slightly went lower and then bounced off higher. Now for next week, a slightly deeper correction over there. Okay, and then breakout, and that's the target. Okay, if we don't see that correction and price is going to struggle again the way it has done there and forming new low or testing that bottom, yeah, this wedge to break up and price to test that top. Okay, there is an opportunity. It is setting up for next leg higher. So dollar rand is also same analysis. Okay, dollar rand is also, some of you guys asking for the dollar rand is also setting up for that breakup. Okay, last week, I have not last week, before that I asked you to look for this to bounce off from the low. Okay, it bounced off, and from that low bounced off. All right, but not so aggressive, not going that much far away. All right, so you're looking, yeah, it is setting up for the next leg higher. Okay, for this next leg higher, but this correction can get so much bigger. All right, this is a weekly correction. Okay, if I'm going to look at the weekly chart, it's turning into a weekly correction. Okay, which can take a lot of time before going to break up. Okay, just look at this old one. All right, so it took a lot of time over there on this correction, you see there, and it's turning into a similar kind of one. All right, it took a lot of time, and then it broke out for the next leg higher. So it is repeating that kind of price behavior over there. All right, so when you are buying the dollar rand, make sure you understand that that correction can turn into a weekly one. All right, so this correction, but what you're looking on it every time, when you see that the price is forming lows, you're looking at it to hold the lows and continue to go with the trend. Okay, so chart is same. There is the wedge, that wedge to break out and continue to go higher. Correct at the current price and keep pushing higher. Dollar, US 30, right? Same analysis like the S&P 500. That correction to break up and continue to go higher. I have explained the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 index, shown chart as an example. All right, just follow that chart on this chart too. S&P 500 chart. Okay, follow that chart too. So same on this. Okay, on the US Russell 2000 next leg. All right, UK 100 index sitting at the floor, sitting at the bottom. So UK 100 index gonna rise. Okay, this is forming a very nice longer term buy opportunity, but this is not going to rise before this Brexit issue. After that, there are going to be a lot of potential on this. Okay, this is going to to go a lot of, going to hit that top again. Okay, a lot of potential going to be over there. So before the before the, before December, this is not going to tag that. All right, but every time when you see that, it's forming new lows. All right, so you can buy there. This is your short-term trade and this is your longer-term trade. All right, so Frankfurt T looking for next leg over there. All right, at the bottom, sitting at the bottom, and looking for the next leg. All right, that next leg. Chart is clear on the stock 600 next leg. All right, so short-term trade is this. All right, short-term trade is that. At the previous button, look at the lower time frame price section. Okay, make sure these charts are on a bigger time frame. Okay, and I'm just showing you a direction. But when you're going to get into the trade, you need to see something, all right? So some price section on your lower time frame, then get into the trade. If you see, get in, okay? For example, go and look at my dollar yen chart, all right? And then get into the trade. If price section is not coming over there, wait for that to come and then get into the trade. Okay, don't just follow the charts blindly. All right, so this is also bullish, continue to go higher, lower time frame price action, and then look for it to continue to go higher. Okay, so this to go higher too, but this is not a best opportunity for buy. All right, we are kind of neutral on this chart, but looking at it to keep pushing slowly higher. Platinum to correct and keep dragging lower. Palladium breakout and go for another leg higher. Okay, Palladium is setting up for a daily correction breakout and continue to go higher. Copper, go for another leg higher, copper, and then drop from 330. All right, there is possibility that we're not going to see next leg higher on the copper, because copper started to struggle at 310. All right, and gonna go lower from 310. All right, so when you're gonna go for buy on copper from the current price for another leg higher, make sure you trade with care. Okay, we are looking copper to go lower again. All right, for longer term, but on a lower time frame, short term, one more leg higher. All right, or short term up to that top. Okay, that top, and then draw from that top. Bitcoin is in a correction. Okay, that daily correction to break down sharply and Bitcoin to go down. Right, this daily correction. So we are still there where we were last week. I mean, before that, we haven't seen a big change on this chart. Okay, so since last 2 weeks, price is just running over there. Okay, so this to break down aggressively, example is just there. All right, that way, break down that way and complete that leg there, and then start looking for longer term reversal on the Bitcoin. If I'm gonna look at the bigger time frame analysis, all right, so you're looking at another leg lower, this bigger ABC move to happen, and then Bitcoin to go higher. All right, this another breakdown, another leg that much low, and then form bottom over there and then go higher. So dollar Turkish lira is just keep pushing higher. All right, so still in a trending move or upside. Dollar Chinese yuan bounce off and go higher. All right, so CAD, Norwegian krona, another leg higher back to the top. Okay, correct and keep pushing higher. And the rest of the charts, all right, so cryptocurrency still is in a freezing mode. All right, so still sitting at the bottom. All right, so sit at the bottom. Okay, OITA sitting at the bottom, so short term trading sideways. Okay, so trades sideways on lower time frame. All right, Ethereum is also same, Dash same, XMRP, all are sitting at the floor on a bigger time frame. So S&P 500, you're asking for the S&P 500 again. Okay, so let me show you the S&P 500 chart again. Okay, so S&P 500 is a bullish, okay, bullish opportunity, buy the dip opportunity everywhere, but timing is very important on the S&P 500. Okay, timing is very important. If you think that you're gonna buy now equities, you're gonna buy US equities, you're gonna buy Nasdaq 100 index, you're gonna buy, you know, Tesla, Facebook, or Apple, or Nasdaq 100 index, and they're gonna go higher. Okay, so think like big players, don't think like retail traders. All right, so if you ask big players to jump into the trade now, get into the trade now, buy the equities now, and hold them for next couple of months, they're not going to do that. All right. First of all, they're going to analyze the the market, fundamentally, that what fundamentals can drive the equities higher. Okay. So fundamentals currently telling us that we are having uncertainty in the market, right? So the big uncertainty is the US election, right? Okay, obviously, when if new administration is going to come, they're going to have their own policy, all right? They're not going to follow this administration policy, Trump policies, all right? They're going to have their own policies, and then investors are going to start to react according to those policies. What policy Trump was having in last 4 years? He was he was having trade war with China, and that trade war having putting pressure on the US equities. All right, and we even have seen a recession during Trump Trump presidency. So how, yeah, they're not gonna buy before the election, but after the election, obviously, big investors are preparing for that. They are putting their cash on sidelines, and they're going to use that cash once this uncertainty is going to be over. They're going to put that cash into the market, and then we're going to see new highs on the US equities. So short term, short to medium term, stay bullish for next 1 to 2 months on the US equities. Every time and you see that the price is forming new reset lows, all right? So watch price section on lower time frame and look for buy. That's the chart, all right? So double bottom, and this move is already gone, right? And now you're looking price to tag that lower again. All right, so if I'm going to look at the lower time frame there, you're going to understand. Okay, but this is the general chart. All right, so if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, then you're going to get the idea. Okay, now structure is slightly changing. We already got the double bottom there, all right, double bottom there, and price is just bouncing off. So that short-term trade is almost completed. Now you're looking at it that way. You're looking at it that way. So we still can see another leg lower. Okay, so we can see another leg lower within this wedge. Okay, so this is, you already missed the move from the double bottom, all right? The chart which I have just shown you. Okay, so that's the chart. I mean structure. Okay, you have already missed this double bottom move from there, from the low. All right, now you're looking that way. All right, so price to struggle there. All right, so break down that the way it has done there, go down for another leg lower, or double bottom there, and you're looking for price section over there for buy. All right, so if this move is not coming, all right, then let this break up, let this correct over, let this confirm that it is going to continue for upside then trade. We are not currently anticipating this move, okay, not anticipating that move. We are anticipating that the price is going to stay sideways for a while. All right, so you look in these trades. All right, these are your trades, short-term buy opportunity. Okay, these are your trades. All right, these are your trades. So ahead of the election, US equity is going to stay under pressure. You can send, uh, you can send inquiry for that. So I'll try my best to get back to you. Obviously, they're gonna adjust, all right? They're gonna adjust. Before the election, everyone is adjusting, all right? Everyone is adjusting. All big players are adjusting. All right, so that's the reason we have seen, 2.4 trillion, almost 2.4, 2 point, 2 point something trillions drop on the global equities, all right, global equity market, all right. So it's a huge amount. Yeah. So if we are going to see another 2.5 trillion drop on liquidity, yeah, then we're gonna have easily 15 to 20% correction on the US on the equities, 15 to 20% correction. All right, so all these players are adjusting ahead of the election, ahead of the uncertainty. All right, guys, thank you very much for coming into the weekly market outlook. Hopefully you have learned something. We'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook next week. Until then, bye bye.